The Illuminati. Even the word itself evokes a sense of mystery, of secrets whispered in hushed tones. A clandestine organization wielding unimaginable power, pulling the strings of governments and shaping the destiny of nations from the shadows. Are they merely a figment of our collective imagination? A ghost story we tell ourselves to make sense of a complex world? Or does a kernel of truth lie hidden beneath centuries of speculation and myth-making? The enduring fascination with the Illuminati speaks to our deepest fears and desires, the desire for control, for order in a chaotic world, the fear of the unknown, of forces beyond our comprehension manipulating our lives. But to unravel the enigma of the Illuminati, we must first journey back to their origins, to a time of revolution and enlightenment. Our story begins in 1776, not with the signing of the Declaration of Independence, but in the hushed halls of the University of Ingolstadt, Bavaria. This was a time of great change and intellectual fervor, where the old ways were being questioned and new ideas were taking root. Here, a young professor of law named Adam Weishaupt, disillusioned with the pervasive influence of the church and state, sought to create a new order. Weishaupt, a man of sharp intellect and unyielding determination, envisioned a society where knowledge and reason would prevail over ignorance and superstition. An order built not on superstition and dogma, but on reason, science, and the pursuit of knowledge. He believed that through education and enlightenment, humanity could achieve its true potential. Weishaupt's brainchild was the Order of the Illuminati, a secret society dedicated to the principles of the Enlightenment. This society was to be a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness, guiding humanity towards a brighter future. Its members, recruited from the intellectual and social elite of the day, were sworn to secrecy and obedience. They were individuals who shared Weishaupt's vision and were committed to the cause of enlightenment and progress. Their goal? To combat superstition, obscurantism, religious influence over public life, and abuses of state power. They sought to challenge the status quo and bring about a new era of rational thought and scientific inquiry. To put it simply, they aimed to free the human mind from the shackles of ignorance and tyranny. They believed that by doing so, they could create a more just and equitable society. The Illuminati, at least in its original incarnation, was not about amassing wealth or power for its own sake. Instead, it was about fostering a community of enlightened individuals who could lead society towards a better future. Its aims were far more idealistic, to foster a society where knowledge was power and reason reigned supreme. They envisioned a world where every individual had the opportunity to learn, grow and contribute to the greater good. But as with all revolutions, the seeds of the Illuminati's own destruction were sown from within. Internal conflicts, external pressures, and the ever-present threat of exposure ultimately led to their downfall. Yet, the legacy of their ideals continues to inspire those who seek to challenge the darkness with the light of reason. The Illuminati, despite their lofty ideals, quickly became embroiled in controversy. Their secretive nature and ambitious goals made them a target for suspicion and fear. Their secrecy, coupled with the growing paranoia of the Bavarian government, led to accusations of subversion and sedition. The government, already wary of any group that operated in the shadows, saw the Illuminati as a potential threat to their power and stability. In 1785, the order was infiltrated and ultimately outlawed by the ruling Duke Karl Theodor. Its members were scattered and its documents seized, marking the end of its official existence. The Duke's actions were swift and decisive, aiming to eradicate any influence the Illuminati might have had. Whether the Illuminati truly posed a threat to the established order is a matter of debate. Some argue that their ideas were too radical for the time, while others believe they were simply misunderstood. Some historians believe the order was little more than a discussion group for intellectuals, its influence overblown by a fearful and reactionary government. They argue that the Illuminati's meetings were more about philosophical debates than actual plans for revolution. Others argue that the Illuminati's clandestine nature and radical ideas did indeed represent a challenge to the status quo, making its suppression inevitable. They point to the group's writings and secretive operations as evidence of their revolutionary intent. Whatever the truth, the suppression of the Bavarian Illuminati had a paradoxical effect. Instead of erasing their influence, it only served to deepen the mystery and intrigue surrounding them. Far from extinguishing the group's legacy, it fueled the fires of conspiracy. The Illuminati became a symbol of hidden power and secret agendas, their name invoked in countless theories and speculations. Driven underground, the Illuminati took on a mythic quality. Their name was whispered in association with secret societies and clandestine plots, ensuring their place in the annals of history as one of the most enigmatic and controversial groups ever to exist. The demise of the Bavarian Illuminati did not mark the end of the organization, not in the minds of conspiracy theorists. Instead, it signaled the beginning of a much larger and more intricate story that has captivated imaginations for centuries. Rather than fading into obscurity, the Illuminati became the focal point of a grand narrative, one that suggests they continue to operate in the shadows, influencing world events from behind the scenes. This narrative paints the Illuminati not as a mere historical footnote, but as a powerful and insidious force. They are depicted as puppet masters, pulling the strings of global affairs, orchestrating events to serve their hidden agenda. Over the centuries, the Illuminati have been blamed for a myriad of significant events. From the upheaval of the French Revolution to the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy, their influence is said to be far-reaching and pervasive. Conspiracy theorists claim that the Illuminati control the world's financial systems, manipulate the media, and even orchestrate wars. All of this, they argue, is done to further their own secretive and nefarious goals. According to these theories, the ultimate aim of the Illuminati is nothing less than the establishment of a new world order. This would be a totalitarian one-world government ruled by the elite members of the Illuminati, with absolute control over every aspect of human life. While these claims may seem outlandish to many, they resonate with a deep-seated human need to find order in a complex and often chaotic world. The idea of a hidden hand guiding global events provides a sense of explanation and, paradoxically, comfort. In an age marked by globalization, economic uncertainty, and rapid technological change, it's perhaps unsurprising that some people turn to these grand conspiracies. They offer a way to make sense of the bewildering changes and challenges of the modern world, even if the explanations are rooted in shadowy cabals and secret societies.